Hi guys, I'm just going to show you how you can get the Xamarin Studio or MonoDevelop Studio, whatever it's called, onto your Mac working with the XNA framework. So I kind of had to jump through some hoops to get this to work, but I found this great thread on a forum, and it basically tells you how to get it to work without any problems. So the first thing you have to do is download Xamarin Studio. I've pre-downloaded all this stuff, and what you have to do is just install the Studio, which is this one, the 4.0.12-3 DMG. Install that to Mac, and that's the main Studio, which will be the main IDE. Then what you have to do is go to MonoGame, or just Google it, you'll be able to find it from there. And you go to the MonoGame GitHub. So from here we'll be able to download the actual source code of the MonoGame framework and build it ourselves. So you just come down here to this download zip, and it will come into your downloads folder wherever you put it. So we have that download zip as well, and I've just unzipped it here. And the last thing we need will be the Mono Mac installers. So just search for Mono Mac, should be the first one there. And we just go to download, and then click on Mac OS X. And then under here, it's a bit hard to see, but there's Mono MRE installer and Mono MDK installer. So download both of those to your folder as well. Here's a link to MonoDevelop, which is the same as the Xamarin Studio. It's the same IDE, but we've already got that, so we won't bother. So then you click on the MRE installer and the MDK installer, and just click next and finish, and that should all be fine. This is basically the MonoGame development kit, and this is the MonoGame runtime environment, which basically allows you to run the programs. So once you've installed the Xamarin Studio, the MDK and the MRE, what we will do is we shall install Xamarin Studio MonoGame MPack, which is another thing we have to download. Bit annoying, but this is a package of templates which will allow you to just open up a project and get going with it. So you go to, just search for MPack MonoGame, it'll be the first result. And what we want to download is this MonoGame 3.0.1 for Xamarin Studio. Download that and you'll get this single file, which is this MPack file. So what we'll do is we'll open up Xamarin, and oops, I don't want to search for it, I want to open the program. So open up Xamarin Studio. There we go. And what we want to do is click on to Xamarin Studio and choose Add-in Manager. And what we'll do is we click this Install from File. You'll browse to your downloads or wherever you've put it. Just choose that MPack and hit Open, and that will go through and just install the templates. And you'll know that it's installed if you click New, and you'll see this section called MonoGame, and you'll be able to choose all of these. But that's not quite finished yet, because we have to do one last step, which is a little bit complicated, but shouldn't be too hard if we follow the right process. So what we've done is we've downloaded this MonoGame develop.zip from the GitHub, and what we're going to be doing is coming down to the folder and clicking this MonoGame framework content pipeline Mac OS solution file, SLM solution. So just double click that, and that will actually open up in Xamarin Studio, and you'll get these things on the left hand side here, and what we're going to do is right click on this MonoGame framework Mac OS and just hit build, and that should go through and build it for you. You should say build succeeded up here, and it should all be good. So then I'm just going to quit out of Xamarin Studio. That should have built some files for you, and it should have put them up here into this MonoGame framework file. And we're going to go mono framework bin macOS release. And what we're going to do is we're just going to select all these, copy them, and we're going to put them in a folder. Let's go to, we can put them anywhere really, you don't have to put them in any special folder, but we're going to put them in a special one which is installed by default with Xamarin. So go to folder, you want to go to your / capital users / your username / library, and then we're going to go to application support, scroll down to the bottom, Xamarin Studio, come on, local install, add-ins, and I've created a folder here. I created this one, and I just put the files in there. So now what we'll do is we'll reopen Xamarin Studio. I'm going to create a new project just by hitting new. I'm going to choose a MonoGame Mac application, and I'll just call this my best game ever. Okay. And if we try and build this and run it now, it won't work. So what we have to do is open up references, this folder here on the left, and we're going to delete MonoGame framework, because this is the Windows one and we don't want the Windows one. We want to bring in our one we've just built. So we're going to right click on this little settings tab and hit edit references, and we're going to go to this net assembly tab, and we're going to browse to that folder that we made, which is in add-ins, MonoGame custom build, and we're going to add these files, select them all, or shift select them all, and just hit add and OK. So that's added these to the project. And the last thing we're going to do, because for some reason it freaks out on this file, we're going to, oops, didn't mean to open that. Oops, lost my window. Going to right click here and just hit properties, and under build action we're just going to click once and change this to content. And now hopefully if I run, it should go ahead and build everything. It will check everything's fine, it says build successful, and there we go, we have our window. So that's all working. So now we should be able to follow the tutorials and it should all be working, should all be happy, and if it's not happy then you can shout at me, that's fine. Okay, good luck everyone, bye.